Welcome gamers to my review of Star Wars Outlaws, the latest entry in the ever-expanding universe of Star Wars games. If you're anything like me, a longtime fan who's grown weary of the same recycled narratives and tropes that have plagued the franchise for years, then you're probably approaching this game with a healthy dose of skepticism. After all, how many times can we watch the eternal struggle between the Jedi and the Sith, or the battle of the light side versus the dark, without it feeling a bit tired? But here's the thing, Star Wars Outlaws is different. In a landscape saturated with stories of Jedi Knight and Sith Lords, Outlaws dares to take us to the gritty, morally ambiguous underbelly of the galaxy. It's a refreshing shift in tone and focus, and while it's not without its flaws, it's one of the most exciting things to come out of the Star Wars franchise in years. And perhaps more surprisingly, it's also one of the best games Ubisoft has delivered in a long time. The story of Star Wars Outlaws centers around Kay, an outlaw operating on the fringes of the galaxy. Kay is a character who refreshingly has little interest in the galaxy's grander conflicts. She's not a Jedi, she's not a Sith, and she doesn't care about the cosmic battle between the good and evil. What Kay cares about is survival, making a profit, and staying one step ahead of the most dangerous forces that are out to get her. Kay's journey is a welcome departure from the usual Star Wars fare. Instead of getting caught up in the battles between the Rebellion and the Empire, she's navigating the galaxy's criminal underworld, dealing with crime syndicates, bounty hunters, and the ever-looming threat of the Empire. It's a world that feels more grounded, more dangerous, and more unpredictable than the high-flying heroics we're used to. One thing that the game does particularly well is immersing you in the underworld. The game is packed with small atmospheric details that bring this side of the galaxy to life. Whether it's you leaning against a bar, eavesdropping on some shady characters discussing a bounty, or playing a round of Savik in a smoking cantina, the world of Outlaws feels vibrant, lived in, and full of potential. Ubisoft, of course, is known for its open world games, but in recent years, the formula has started to feel a bit stale. Thankfully, Star Wars Outlaws represents a significant step forward in this regard. While it retains some of the familiar elements of Ubisoft's open world design, there are still side quests, markers to follow, and tasks to complete. It strips away much of the bloat and focuses on creating an immersive and organic experience. The first thing you'll notice in the game is how it emphasizes exploration. While there's still a main story to follow, the game encourages you to take your time, get lost in the world, and discover its many secrets at your own pace. Unlike other Ubisoft titles where exploration feels like a checklist of things to do, Outlaw makes it feel like a natural part of the experience. Whether you're sneaking into an Imperial base or navigating a bustling space port, there's a sense of freedom and discovery that keeps the game feeling fresh. The game's combat and stealth mechanics are admittedly not revolutionary. You'll find yourself using familiar tactics, distracting guards, disassembling security systems, and using your trusty blaster to take down enemies. However, the addition of Kay's companion, Nick, adds an extra layer of strategy to encounters. Nicks can be used to create distractions, set off explosives, or even take down enemies, giving you more options for how to approach each situation. It's a system that feels familiar but satisfying, and it fits well with the game's focus on improvisation and survival. What really sets this game apart though is its seamless space travel. In a move that makes Starfield look clunky by comparison, Outlaws allows you to take off from the planet, flying through the stars, and land on a new world without ever seeing a loading screen. The sense of scale and immersion this creates is nothing short of incredible. Whether you're dodging meteors in a dense asteroid field or jumping to light speed to escape a squad of TIE fighters, the space travel in Outlaws is a true highlight, and it's something I hope to see more in the future of Star Wars games. And one of the most interesting aspects of this game is its approach to progression and choice. As you navigate the galaxy, you'll have to make decisions that will affect your reputation with different factions. And these choices aren't just cosmetic, they can have a real impact in the game, affecting everything from the missions you can take on to the areas where you can access. And this reputation system also extends to your free roaming activities. If you're caught within restricted areas or go against the Syndicate's interests, your reputation with them will decrease. And this system creates a dynamic world where your actions have consequences, and this encourages you to think carefully about how to navigate the galaxy's treacherous underworld. But while the game impresses in many areas, it's not without its technical issues. The game's cutscenes, while generally well directed, suffer from noticeable lip sync problems and stiff character animations. These issues can pull you out of the story at crucial moments, reminding you that you're playing a game rather than experiencing a seamless narrative. And this game also features a depth of field effect that, while intended to create a cinematic look, can often feel overdone, narrowing your view of the world and making it feel less expansive. And while the reputation system is a great addition, it comes with some frustrating limitations, like the wanted system, which can lock down your ability to fast travel just when you need it the most. And like almost every Ubisoft release, unfortunately the game does have some bugs and crashes. But luckily these technical hiccups don't ruin the experience, but they do serve as a reminder that the game isn't quite as polished as it could be. In my opinion, Star Wars Outlaws is a game that succeeds because it dares to be different. It steps away from the familiar tales of Jedi and Sith, offering instead a story that's greater, more focused on the gray areas of the galaxies far, far away. It's not a revolutionary game, but it's a refreshing one, an open world experience that feels like a true adventure, full of discovery, choice, and consequences. And while the game does have some flaws, it's still the most exciting Star Wars game I've played in a long time. For me, the game is an 8.9 out of 10. and it's a game I can definitely recommend to everyone, especially to the fans of the series. If you've played the game, did you like it? Would you recommend it? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a great day.